How we experience life depends on how conscious we are. If we pay attention just to the surface of life, we are only superficially awake. But if we look deeper, we can become deep awake. And this feels like rousing ourselves from some semi-conscious stupor. And suddenly you're in a state of wonder in the mystery of the moment. It feels like you've remembered you're alive. And then if you immerse yourself in this deep awake state, life becomes wow. There's this wonderful oneness which feels like being immersed in an ocean of love. And in that love, there's this silent knowing, something too deep for words, that despite all the suffering, life is essentially good, and that what really matters is love.
I feel like I've been cracked open yet again in a most profound and intensely delicious, loving, supportive, nurturing way.
Becoming deep awake is a life-changing experience. It's traditionally called spiritual awakening, but you don't have to think of yourself as spiritual to experience it, because it's completely natural. It's available to all of us. And if you want to experience this deep awake state, there are videos and books and audios on my website that can help you explore this 21st century approach to awakening that I've been creating. But most of all, what I'd like to do is invite you to come and be with me in person at a very special event I call the Deep Awakening.
I've been on hundreds of retreats all over the world, and a lot of them have been great, a lot of them have been fantastic, but not one of them have touched my heart in the same way that this one has.
I got everything out of this weekend. It's probably the best weekend of my life.
At the Deep Awakening, I share my paralogical philosophy, which makes very deep ideas easily accessible so it can actually transform your experience of who you are and what life is. And then I share these practices, including what I call soul-to-soul meditations, which involve connecting deeply with ourselves and with each other. For example, just gazing in each other's eyes. Now, at first that may seem strange, but very quickly it starts feeling natural and safe. And you start to realize that you're connecting with much more than just a beautiful face, that you're connecting through the appearances with conscious being that you can't see, but which you know is looking back at you. And when you go deeply into that connection, you start to melt into each other. And there's this oneness.
I've done a lot of kind of Tibetan Buddhist retreats, but never something like this. And I met Tim kind of randomly at a workshop where he was running one and I was running one. I thought, oh, I'll give it a go. And I really was not ready for how deep he was going to take us so quickly. You know, the first exercise on the first day, going really deep states of meditation, although he never mentioned the word meditation. You know, it's completely undercover. You just think it's some sort of exercise, you're going through the motions, then you realize he's taking you really deep.
Tim is a phenomenal, profound guy. I mean, he can take complex issues and then just explain them in the most simplest way, and he does it with so much heart and with intelligence and creativity and humor. It's not half of what he's saying, it's his transmission, it seems, in regards of getting it. And a lot of what you're getting is love. You're really getting that the basis of all of this is love.
At the heart of the Deep Awakening is something I call the Big Love Immersion, in which we get to immerse ourselves in the oneness and love that naturally arises in this deep awake state. We create a beautiful, enchanted space with music and candles into which we can come and connect together in a really deep way. And when that happens, It's very moving because we dissolve into this oneness together and feel this enormous love. It's what everyone wants to feel. It's like coming home.
It's kind of hard to put into words. When I try, it all dissolves into feelings, but just say that the opportunity I had to connect with everybody here this weekend was invaluable, and everything that I've been seeking my entire life. Yeah, just looking for people to love and to love me back. Just a love that transcends gender, age, all of it. Just really getting down to loving people and doing that in a safe space. I can't wait to come back, to be honest.
I don't see myself as anything special. I'm not some sort of guru. I just want to share this awakening and love with as many people as I can, so we can meet authentically. I can be Tim, you can be you, and yet we can also look deeply into each other and see the universe looking back.
Tim Freke is a wonderful, wonderful man. I love him. I love him, and I loved every second that I spent with him this weekend. I love the simplicity of his teachings, and I love the deep philosophical meanings that he sees behind everything. And I love that he was able to get so many people just in one room feel so loved.
You have to imagine this is a man who lives and breathes, and every bit of his being is exuding what he talks about.
I just said to Tim that he has the most integrity of any man I've ever met, so that's a big one.
If you join me for the Deep Awakening, it is my intention that you have such a powerful experience that things are never the same again. I want you to return home conscious, connected, having had a very special experience with some amazing new friends, ready to live a deep awake life.
I'm really looking forward to taking this back to my family and others in my life, because I'm a changed person.